Disconnected again. For like the 7th time. Oh, disconnected for like the 8th time. Disconnected for the 9th time. In one sitting. I haven't even gotten to play the event, but this is cool. This is really just, yep, cutting edge technology. Oh, wow. 10th. I love how this event is going to go by, and yep, look, 11th. Disconnected for the 12th time. Hey, what is going on, my fellow godlies and Dragonball Xenoverse enthusiasts around the world? I am Vance from the Xenoverse God Build series, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Namekian tank healer build. Yeah, that's right, the tank healer. Now, this is a build that I've worked pretty hard on just because it lacks in speed. I mean, it really lacks in speed, so what we're going to do is use that to our advantage and build him as if he were a tank. Now, in taking a look at the attributes over here, I have max health 125, max ki 35, max stamina 60, and basic attacks 112. Just keep in mind that if and when the level cap gets increased, I will be adding more into the basic attacks to bring it up to 125. For equipment, I am using the ultimate power is mine, and what this does is it boosts all attacks medium. For the QQ Bang, I am choosing to focus on my health, stamina, and basic attack. But what really sets this build apart from the rest is in your skills. Now, what makes this build so special is all in the moveset. For my first ability, I'm using Sonic Kick, and the reason for this being is because it's going to match very well with Fighting Pose K. Fighting Pose K is something that you need to do immediately. What I usually do is I use a couple bars of stamina to shift straight to them and kick them away. Dash function also with the jump function. You press those two together and you dash towards them, you knock them away, you pop off a Fighting Pose K, and this will make you stop staggering. Your opponent won't be able to stagger you for very long, but I should let you know in advance that Fighting Pose K has been nerfed since Xenoverse 1, so you will need to go in and try to get as much combinations off as possible within this little window of time, and then keep knocking them away. I always try to do a combo, knock them away, do the pose again, do a combo, knock them away, do the pose. But the Sonic Kick is important because in the early goings of a PvP match, people have a full bar of stamina and they'll try to snap vanish behind you, and with Fighting Pose K, you can't turn around very quickly, so Sonic Kick will attack both in front of you and behind you, and it's a quick way to kind of, you know, thwart their attempts to get a combination off on you and score free damage. Super Dragon Fist is something I use at the height of a combination. Maybe I don't have enough to do an ultimate when I break their stamina, so I'll highlight the top of my combo with a Super Dragon Fist because it follows up really nicely and it also knocks them away. Angry Hit is the last of the supers that I use. I use it to close the distance between me and my adversary. It's a nice teleport move. It does cover a lot of distance, but I don't know if it's buggy or it's not working as it's intended to, because it doesn't seem to cover all the distance. And even when there's not too much distance between you and your foe, it will sometimes, miss, and I don't know why that happens. But if it should land, you can press it additionally and do more damage by, continuing the combination. For ultimates, I'm using just this combination. As I discussed earlier with the Super Dragon Fist, I use this at the height of a combination, especially when their stamina is broken, they're vulnerable to my damage. Just this combination is going to do great damage, and on top of that, it's going to knock them away, allowing you to do Fighting Pose K at the end of it once more. Energy Zone is a move that heals you, and I sacrifice an ultimate because Namekians by default have a passive where they regen the last of their health, I think below 25%. So when you start regenning, you should know that Energy Zone is something that you need to get off. It's not as effective in PvP because people can come up to you and break your stamina, which is just not fair, and I feel like this thing needs a buff. But in PvE, it's really good because you can heal your allies that are in the vicinity. You need to make sure that your allies get, within, I think, like a 10-foot or 5-foot radius of you, and they will receive the benefits of the healing. That way they don't have to waste their capsules. Become Giant is something I don't think I need to explain too much. I primarily use it only when the odds are stacked against me, 2v1, 3v1. It really levels the playing field. It makes it so, I can do group damage and focus my attacks on, more than one person rather than being vulnerable to someone shooting key blasts or another person stopping my combos. Absolute Zero is an absolute must for this build, and the reason for that being is because I use this whenever Super Fighting Pose K is not activated. This is when I'm vulnerable and the Fighting Pose K has worn off. When they start getting a flurry of offense on me, I will use the Absolute Zero and then I will knock them away. I do not use this to Stamina Break. I feel as though Stamina Break needs a nerf. I feel like it's very cheap tactics. So if you feel like you're really cheap, you could replace the Super Dragon Fist with Beerus's move that breaks their stamina instantly, and that will lead into them obviously getting a truck ton of damage dealt by you. However, I don't use cheese tactics. I don't feel cheap when I fight, so I use Absolute Zero to freeze them, then knock them away and get my Fighting Pose K on and continue on with the onslaught. So that pretty much concludes my build for the Namekian Tank Healer. If you like this video, it always helps if you smash that like button, rate, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, this has been Vance signing off. Peace.